Welcome to AI ConvoCast, where we bring you the latest in AI and tech innovation. Quick housekeeping. Check out the affiliate links in our description. Using them supports the show, and please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Let's jump right in. Today, we will be looking at reports that the massive Nvidia and OpenAI compute deal may be hitting some roadblocks. OpenAI's new macOS app designed for agentic coding workflows, and Indonesia lifting its ban on xAI's Grok with some conditions attached. Let's start with some big news in the infrastructure space. Reports emerged late last week suggesting that Nvidia's proposed $100 billion investment and compute build-out for OpenAI is unlikely to proceed as originally outlined. If you recall, back in September 2025, the two companies signed a memorandum of understanding that would have seen Nvidia help build out massive data center capacity for OpenAI, potentially up to around 10 gigawatts worth of AI computing power. To put that in perspective, that is an enormous amount of infrastructure designed to fuel the next generation of AI model training and deployment. However, it now appears that memorandum was always non-binding, and the terms are being reconsidered. Reports indicate that concerns around capital intensity and business discipline are factoring into the reconsideration. Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang reportedly stated in private discussions that the memorandum is not binding. It is worth noting that Nvidia remains a major supplier to OpenAI, so the relationship continues, but this particular large-scale partnership may be scaling back significantly from its original ambitions. This could mean OpenAI explores alternative paths to securing the compute resources it needs for scaling its models going forward. Now let's talk about something OpenAI did launch this past weekend. The company released a native macOS application specifically designed for agentic coding workflows. This is a meaningful shift in how developers can interact with AI assistants. Rather than simply asking questions and getting code snippets back, this new app supports multi-step tasks where the AI can navigate repositories, execute tools, and work through complex coding challenges more autonomously. The app integrates with GPT 5.2 Codex class models, combining a local desktop interface with cloud-based execution for the heavy lifting. So developers get the convenience of a native Mac experience while tapping into powerful cloud resources for the actual processing. TechCrunch reporter Russell Brandom captured the significance nicely, saying, "This pushes ChatGPT from helper to autonomous coding tool." That distinction matters because it represents a shift from reactive assistance to proactive collaboration. Developers can set up tasks and let the agent work through multiple steps rather than hand-holding every single interaction. For teams building software, this could meaningfully change daily workflows and potentially speed up development cycles. Shifting over to international regulatory news, Indonesia has conditionally lifted its ban on xAI's Grok. This marks the first major regulatory test for Elon Musk's AI company in Southeast Asia, and it appears they have found a path forward. The ban was temporary, and access has now been restored on X within the region, though with some strings attached. The conditions focus primarily on stricter content moderation and ongoing compliance reviews. Specifically, Indonesian regulators are concerned about political content and hate speech outputs, which prompted the original restrictions. A spokesperson for the Indonesian regulator stated that access is conditional on ongoing compliance, meaning xAI will need to maintain these content controls to keep operating in the market. Indonesia represents a significant user base, so getting back online there is meaningful for Grok's global reach. It also sets a precedent for how xAI might navigate similar regulatory challenges in other markets that have concerns about content moderation. The conditional nature of the approval suggests regulators are taking a measured approach, allowing access while maintaining oversight rather than implementing outright permanent bans. Looking at these developments together, we are seeing the AI landscape continue to evolve in interesting ways. Infrastructure partnerships that seemed like sure things are being reevaluated as companies think carefully about massive capital commitments. Meanwhile, the tools available to developers are becoming more sophisticated, with agentic capabilities moving from experimental features to polished desktop applications. And on the regulatory front, Governments are finding middle ground approaches that allow AI services to operate while maintaining oversight on sensitive content areas. These dynamics show a maturing industry where the initial excitement is being tempered by practical considerations around resources, usability, and governance, all of which ultimately leads to more sustainable growth and adoption. Thank you for listening to AI Convo Cast. Please don't forget to rate, review, and share if you like what you hear. Thanks and hope to see you again next time.